And we're live. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you guys. It's Friday. It's so exciting to be here on a Friday, and it's a long weekend up here in the Great White North. We have Family Day on Monday, so we get an extra day. And I asked my wife about why do we have Family Day? I mean, what's Family Day? And she says there was no other holiday in February, so we had to have at least one holiday in February. So we made it Family Day. So yeah, well, I'll take it. Hey, shit, paid holiday, sure, I'll take it. Thanks for you guys joining us. If you've not watched the show before, we will talk about a lot of tech stuff. We'll talk about cord cutting things. We'll talk about ways to save you money. We'll talk about some cool things that we find that are neat. We'll talk about ways that maybe some cable companies and such are going to try to get into your pocket and how to hold on to that money a little closer. And we have on our board today a OG icon. We're talking the original gangster, the oldest Kodi add-on developer at all right now. And I mean oldest, and not in age, but as in nobody's been doing this as long as this guy's been doing it. We got Turks on our panel, which I feel honored to have UK TURKS on our panel. Thanks for joining us, bud. This is awesome to have you with. We're talking about this guy was around when TVA was on. So us XBMC people that remember TVA, he was in that crowd. There's nobody, you know, he's outlasted all those folks that
you're making me feel old now.
Hey,
another person used to pop on the Husham show.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep. I mean, it's awesome to have him here, and it's anybody that's made an add-on. It is easy to make an add-on. It is a pain in the ass to keep it going and do it longevity. And this guy, he just continues to plug along. It is just awesome to have you. How are you doing? What's life going? I mean, what's happening with you?
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing?
All right. Yeah, fine.
Good. Yeah, everything's going well. Yeah, been busy doing things, kind of updating loads of things, introducing loads of new stuff and everything. So yeah, been a busy lad, as they say.
And it's if you ever remember, Turks was doing direct links really before anybody else was doing many direct links. We had a little bit of what was it? What was not the one that was the X? The one that everybody had the playlist on.
NaviX.
NaviX. Yeah, I like to see was the X. So we had NaviX was out there for for years, and people create playlists, and then Turks come along with the direct links, and these had more content than anybody else did. And I remember your comedy sections where I loved. You were one of the first people that had like a stand-up section, like stand-up comedies, and it would be one link after another, and then you just. I mean,
I used the heck out of his documentary section. I've ever since I first put it on Kodi, then it came out the app. I can't find anything. That's my go-to. I just go scroll through the documentary section. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And click.
A million years ago, I used to watch the UK's Channel 4 because Big Brother was on UK TURKS. So thanks, Turks. You helped me.
My pleasure. Yeah, like the documentary, like they're the two kind of things that you kind of guys mentioned is the stand-up and documentaries, which I've got kind of an unhealthy obsession with, which that's why the lists are kind of endless. But it's quite easy kind of putting the stuff up on the list on like a kind of on a list format. It's just obviously keeping them kind of live, because in today's kind of reality that everything kind of gets taken down so easily and so quickly, you just got to always be on it. Once it kind of goes down, you have to kind of upload new stuff to it. So yeah, it kind of is good, but it can be a bit of an unhealthy obsession as well.
Yeah, I mean, how much? Tell me this. So from a developer side of this, How much do you think about the add-on and the APK, your playlist, I should say? How much are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about it just a couple hours a day? You thinking about it before you even get out of bed? I mean, because I don't think a lot of people understand how much commitment this takes.
Yeah, so from the beginning, because when I originally started, everything was kind of manually put in. So where I don't understand, I don't really know if a lot of people know how kind of apps and add-ons kind of things work. So you got your basic ones that kind of scrape websites that was all automated, and basically they're the original kind of the applications of them, the layout of them are very kind of one kind of dimensional in that respect, where myself I'd always kind of add things personally, add the thumbnails, like the links. So it could be kind of from a few hours a day to working out to maybe 6-7 hours a day, because by the time you put something up in the morning, by the afternoon or evening, it's either gone down or something new has come out, or a better version of something else is out. So you've always got to kind of try and be one step ahead, because like the scraping kind of websites, you've got to be on par with them, because once something new comes out, they're basically kind of automated. So you'll see they're like there straight away, where myself, I have to kind of do things kind of manually, where it can take a little bit more time.
Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people, and even before me, because we had Mid who made so much automation for us back when we were doing doing the add-ons. He made it just so simple. Like it would scrape a season, like, or even a whole a show. It would scrape all the episodes. It would grab the description, grab the thumbnails, fan art, and then you would all you'd have to do is plug in the URL for whatever the link is, which you know, all the work, the format would be done in an XML. Everything is laid out perfectly. It would be easy. And then Blue, who, you know, was with Phoenix, and she says, I had to do everything by hand. She goes, I had to put in every line. She goes, now I had a copy and paste template. And she says, but I'd have to go in, copy and paste that, and then fill in all the information of the thumbnails, the fan art. And she says, if I had to upload a TV show, she goes, especially if it had a bunch of seasons, she goes, oh my God, you're talking hours to take it. And I was like, then when we came along, I came along and did some add-ons, it was just like, click, here's your XML, fill in the blanks where the URL is, and you're done. It's like, upload, done. And she's like, oh shit, that's so easy compared to, like you said, when you did it before and even now, and having to get the link and the art and all those are entries on an XML.
There's years of it basically.
And so, I mean, you've branched out, and not only doing the Kodi add-on, you also had an APK that you released that was basically a mirrored image of the Kodi add-on, right? And you put as an APK, which you did some tweaking and got it running really well. And that was, again, non-debrid.
Yeah. So basically, it was like a mirrored. So originally, kind of like started off from Kodi, had the kind of the add-on from there, and just wanted to, because a lot of, like, even though a lot of people still kind of remain on Kodi and use Kodi a lot, it was getting a kind of bit of bad publicity and a lot of stuff. And obviously the community a little bit kind of changed. Sometimes for the people say for the better, some people say for the worse, and a lot of the add-ons through Kodi. So like kind of my kind of way of doing things, there wasn't really that many kind of add-ons remaining. The only kind of one I could seriously think at the top of my head would be Magic Dragon, which he now has kind of gone kind of completely kind of RD. So so I wanted to kind of branch out a little bit. So kind of it's a mirrored image, I would say, to a certain extent, because there's a lot of things that you can do through on JavaScript that you can't do on Python. So obviously JavaScript is the language that you use to create an application, an Android application, and then Python is the language that you use to create an add-on with Kodi. So two different kind of languages run quite similarly next to each other. So the application, the Android application, has some stuff on there that the Kodi add-on hasn't got, and vice versa as well, because it's obviously easier to use scrapes because everything's internally goes through Kodi. So yeah, very similar in kind of styles, but kind of has a little kind of couple of different things that's kind of dedicated for that kind of application or add-on.
I don't know. Any of you guys got something? I don't want to be, because you know me, I have no problem with talking and asking questions.
What I was gonna say is, when he came out with the app, that was a freaking lifesaver for me, because all my idiot friends who I was always having to fix their Kodi or couldn't figure out Kodi, I just put on the Turks app and it says, there you go. Click, point and freaking click. Deleted Kodi off of all their stuff, didn't put it on there. There you go. You get your IPD, your Smart Tube, and UK TURKS. Boom, you're good.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to create something that I can use, because I've been like using add-ons on apps for years prior to when I was kind of started out. So excuse me. And I wanted kind of something a bit more simple, because even if you look on today's applications and add-ons, they look all exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't, if you took the name away from them, you wouldn't know what add-on or what application it would be, because they're enough copying. There's only, like I said, there's only a few innovative kind of add-on developers and Android developers out there that do a few things differently. But yeah, I wanted to kind of do something a bit simple and obviously a bit different, because if you obviously look at the application and the add-on, it is very different to that kind of samey application. So yeah.
Well, most of those that you're talking about, especially APKs, most of them are all just scraping. They're just scraper add-ons or APKs. They're just scraping some website or some database to get the content. With yours does it differently. It's a playlist type of thing to where you're not.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that cookie cutter. It is particular certain content and your request. I mean, I've seen your request section. You're one of those people that actually uploads people or fulfills people's requests. If they make a request for a show or a movie, and you have that request section, and you'll add them in there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because I like I said, like the beauty of having, even though it's a very long-winded way of kind of do things and very time-consuming, the beauty of it doing it my way, even though, like I said, it takes a long time kind of to do and kind of maintain, is if the applications that are scraping websites, if that link or that kind of movie goes down, then there's no way of kind of getting it yourself, because every kind of application is scraping the same kind of websites. So I've got a kind of niche kind of selection of sites that I can go to that I know that doesn't really kind of get scraped very publicly, and get these kind of niche kind of 1960s movies or kind of old TV shows and things like that. So yeah, that's the benefit of doing it kind of my way.
The one benefit we mentioned, that your content is not a debrid. It has the pin code where people go to a website and will create a pin. And what's it, 4-hour window that it opens, or 3-hour window?
Yeah, so I've got two different pins. And saying that, you're saying about real debrid, we'll go on to that next after that, because I have a bit of a different kind of, not of an update of that, but a kind of a public announcement, should we say. So yeah, so with the pin, I've got two different sets. I've got one for obviously for the Kodi add-on, that gives you kind of access to the whole add-on itself, which is for 4 hours. And then with the application, it has a premium section for kind of live TV channels, which not scraped from any websites. They're direct kind of links to TV channels. So you enter kind of pin for that and get 3 hours kind of viewing time for that. And the reason why I did that is because obviously them kind of things you have to pay for. It's not just kind of a physical scrape of a website, which is kind of just your time. these are things that you have to kind of pay for and put into place, and obviously servers and people going on there. So it has to kind of be justified, because you can't really put it out of your pocket. Like putting it through as a hobby is all fine and well, but once you're kind of paying for things out yourself, out your own kind of pocket for other people's entertainment, you have to kind of get some sort of I wouldn't say even financial gain, because there's no kind of really gain in it. It's just to kind of cover costs and things like that.
Yeah, so, actually to cover the cost, because to have an add-on, there's a cost to it, because it's got to be, you got to put the XML somewhere. And there are people say, well, there's free sites for that. Yeah, but they only allow you so much, and also they're not reliable, and you're only allowed so much space or so much traffic, so you can't rely on these. People say, oh, you can do it for free. Yeah, to a limit. And
I grew out of using free, like not trying to kind of sound big-headed or anything, but after the first probably the year of going and doing the separate application as well as the add-on, I outgrew the free servers and things like that, because I was getting kind of so many users and everyone kind of from years of people using the service, it normal servers couldn't hold the traffic, and it was just breaking, and people were actually saying, oh, what's wrong with your stuff? Everything's very slow and buffering. Well, that's because it's on something that is quite cheap. So you either think to yourself, well, do you throw that away and walk away from it, or do you kind of add a little bit more kind of financial to the server and kind of get something a bit more beefier, which obviously we had to do.
I think the common person out there doesn't understand how much bandwidth costs.
Oh, no,
it's just not free.
And how much it uses. If you have something pocket. Well, we got C-Man. Thanks for joining us, C-Man. C-Man could, when you have a lot of traffic, if it's a build or an add-on, people don't understand the thousands of hits.
Yeah, C-Man.
But they don't understand the amount of traffic, and then the bandwidth, as well as if you have 1,000 simultaneous hits at one time.
Guys,
you can't be running that off a shitty server.
I'm gonna have to reboot my router or something. Something's going on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So yeah. So you had to go through and put a pin code system in, which again, pin code system versus if you want to pay for RD and use something else. I mean, I always tell people you got options. It's what works for you.
Yeah, and talking about RD, like you're saying, it's pay for RD now. So not so much with the add-on, but with the application, with this new version that just went out last week, which is version 1.1.2. I've integrated RD in there. So if you go into the settings and you've got your RD account, you put your RD, you can scan it with a QR code, and it automatically uploads your account into TURKS' application. And then I actually have put, rather than a scrape version of 4K and RD films, I've actually put them in all manually, and there's a nice brand new kind of list of all 4K, 1080 and 720 kind of direct links straight through RD now. So
that's great.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you've come to the RD side to say, hey, if people don't want to go this way. Now I will ask, so do you still have to use the pin, or does that replace the pin side of it?
That or with the pin, so with the application, with the pin for the application from the Android app, that is only specifically just for premium section or premium TV section.
Yeah.
So the RD, no, you won't have to put no pin in. You put in your obviously your user credentials, and then once you've put that, you're way to go. And also, I've disabled for that section. I've also disabled the adverts. Because I've got a couple of ads which are obviously a lot of people, some people say, oh, it is what it is. And what I've normally done is put a kind of a rolling 30-second ad after you've watched a movie or after you've watched a series. But with the RD section, once you've logged in, there'll be no advert after the movie you've watched. So obviously, because you've paid for RD, so why should you obviously have an ad after that? But yeah, like I said, some people kind of don't like ads, some people do. But unfortunately, again, it's part and parcel of something that if you don't want to pay out of your pocket for other people's pleasure, then sometimes just watching an advert for 30 seconds, it doesn't do any harm, because every streaming kind of application out there, either it be a paid application legitimately or through a legitimate way, there's some sort of kind of way you have to pay for something, either through free advertising or through paying something of a subscription. So it is what it is at the end of the day. And if you do like it, you do like it. If not, then that's your own kind of decision to make.
Yeah, hey, use something else. If that, I tell people all the time, whatever works for you. If that add-on works for you, hey, great. If that build works for you, great. I mean, whatever works for you, for your personal taste or your budget. And I forgot about that. Yeah, and that was the nice thing. Unlike some of our pays, your Amazons and stuff or Netflix that don't wait till the end of a movie to give you an ad. They may give you an ad right in the middle. You are saying, hey, after a movie is done, hey, then they see an ad that helps to pay for this, the service. And, it's a great way of doing it. I didn't realize that you'd added. I knew that I had heard about that a while back, that you were looking into it, but I was glad to hear that you've launched that. So you said that version was what, 1 point?
So they 2 weeks ago, I kind of brought out version 1.1.1, and once kind of released that, there was a few kind of little minor adjustments that had to be done. So the current version at the moment stands at 1.1.2, which was made available through last week through obviously the website. So and you can get that through downloader code. I'm sure that you'll give the links.
Yeah, I'll post
everything like that.
I'll throw the link over here on the side. I will say this on, and I don't know, are you still getting hit with the Google Play? I mean, are you still getting, because of some apps we have to turn off the Google Play Protect.
Yeah,
and remember, you guys were hit with that quite a few times now. Are you still getting hit with that?
Yeah, still getting hit with that. Kind of, I've got a couple of guys that kind of look at ways of trying to kind of get kind of Google compliant, but the problem is once you get kind of Google compliant for maybe it could be a day, 2 days, a week, the next following week they've changed their compliance again. So and then that basically that compliant one that was passed last week is non-compliant this week. So not that I've kind of given up, but it's in today's society, the way I look at it is Google's going down that same route as Apple, where they're trying to kind of monopolize everything that's all within their kind of circumference of their operating way of thinking. So if you're not kind of in with them, then you're the villain. So they're always going to tag saying this is taking your data, this is taking your permissions. But the way I see it is 3/4 of the population have already kind of given permission to applications that they think is legit, and then what they've gone and done is sold their kind of user information in their databases.
To ads and shit.
So it's kind of sod's law, isn't it? Really, kind of a lot of people kind of hang on. Oh, this is kind of viruses. This is showing this virus, that virus, and you've got to remember a lot of these virus companies, and I'm not mentioning any names, are in bed with the big corporations. So if they say down to them, I'll put a kind of a flag with this, or a kind of a virus kind of threat with this, it'll put users off. So, and they'll kind of try and dictate to you what you have on your own phone that you've paid your own hard-earned money for, or device, or whatever it may be.
Because I mean, I know with my Shield, if you leave on the Play Protect, it actually deletes Turks. I mean, numerous times it would be like just delete it right off.
Sorry to cut you short there. It actually doesn't delete it. It actually disables it and puts it in the background of your device as well. So it's basically keeping it there for you, not there for you, but keeping it there, but not even telling you that it's there, and you automatically think it's been deleted.
So
it's Yeah, there is a downside of that for those warnings. So I will say, and I know that we've seen that with people, and there's other applications that will give you those false flags that says, hey, this is dangerous, they're going to steal that. And there's a number of add-ons. So in our circle, and again, we're here to try to save you money, to make things, to give you the content you want at the price point that you can handle, because not everybody can handle $200 a month to pay for cable TV. So, if you're going to do some of these, you'll have to say, hey, I've got to turn off Play Protect. Every once in a while, Google's Play Protect will hit me up on the Shield and be like, hey, this is disabled. Your Play Protect is disabled. Do you want to turn it back on? I'm like, no, I'm good. But again, that's part of what Turks is saying. It's that they want to pull you in and control. And what they say is we want to keep you safe. We want to protect our users. You know what?
I can understand if let's say if for example, let's just kind of put the spotlight onto the UK TURKS. So if you downloaded the application, and I could understand if you had to put your kind of legit name, your telephone number, your email address, your actual physical address, and then obviously Google or Play Protect or all these other kind of virus kind of programs say, oh, it's trying to steal your data, then I could understand that. But with UK TURKS, you're going in there, the most maximum time you're spending on the application is maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours if it's a long film, and then you're kind of exiting that. So what data am I going to be stealing off of you when you're using your Fire Stick? Okay, maybe your Fire Stick because you've actually put in your user information, but the actual application itself is not hacking into your Fire Stick account and stealing all your data. And I'm going down the road and saying, hi, do you want to buy John Smith's account details? Like, so it doesn't really kind of make sense. But obviously, like I said, there's a lot of legit apps out there that's stealing everyone's data. No one's battering an eyelid, and it's just now obviously it's kind of become a big thing with all, not just myself, with all big third-party kind of apps out there that Google don't like, or whoever the big corporations won't like.
And I will say, for me, even like with YouTube, once I start getting flagged with YouTube, hit me with a copyright strikes, I get hit. It's like almost now, then it becomes even more and more. Now, I was flipping through YouTube just last night, flipping through. There's a guy that has a channel, and he was doing what's the best build out there. And he was showing all these different builds and what the best build was. And you know what? His shit's not been taken down. But let me even mention build in a video when I'm to create one, and I'm flagged. So once you've been flagged, then it's almost like you're definitely you're on the watch list now. Don't step out of line, because we're going to be on you. So that's why I upload almost nothing to YouTube, to be honest, because I'm scared of getting another strike. I already got my strikes against me, and as soon as it starts to escalate quick. Hey, C-Man, you got yourself sorted out?
Nope, still not here.
No. Every time I come on this show, C-Man always has trouble kind of getting on.
Damn.
Stage fright.
That used to be me. You know,
someone that's in the community is very kind of a bit of a technophobe by the sounds of it.
he's always.
He's using apples, isn't he? You know?
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. He's an Apple dude.
There you go. That explains it.
Yeah. But you have another application that you've put out. I saw it in your group the other day. That it's been about a month or two ago. So you've got another premium APK that you put out there for and you're not promoting. You put it out there as a premium. Get premium content for I say the people that are in your group. I mean, because you don't promote in a lot of places, and your Telegram group isn't easy to get to. I mean, a lot of people have a hard time being able to get into that circle because you prefer a smaller circle.
Yeah, to tell the truth, like I've said before, I'm not kind of in it to kind of make loads of money or anything like that. Really, it's just like I said, is as long as my costs are covered and probably have a little bit left over to buy myself a drink or whatever it may be, then I'm more than happy to kind of keep everyone else happy, really, because that's how I started off, because that's how I am myself as a person, wants to kind of watch stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of very minimal, not really kind of shouting off the rooftops on the service. So it is a premium service. On the same kind of mold as how the other applications are, but more concentrated to more kind of live stuff from kind of different countries, different continents, different sports and things like that. Has also as well TV shows and movies in it as well, but like I said, it's more concentrated on that and very minimal. Got kind of like you said, just kind of keep it kind of close, in close circles. Kind of people can go to it if they're kind of approached. I mean, I'll tell them how to get hold of it and things like that. That is called UKT Platinum. So it's UK TURKS Platinum. The actual application. You can actually go to my website and then kind of get it from there, and then it kind of gives you a brief description of how much it is and everything like that. Basically doing it on a monthly, 3-month and 6-month. But I do tell users, really, because you don't know what's around the corner. So I wouldn't kind of jump into something that you'd commit yourself, either it be financially or kind of anything else, really, for like a year or anything like that. So I say to people, try it out first, keep it for like a month or two, and then you kind of take it from there if you kind of want to carry on. So
and I mean, that's what we've said that. I mean, all of us on the panel, try things, not just but anything we promote other than RD. I will tell people, buy 6 months of fucking RD. I'm tired. Outside of that, try something for a month, maybe 2, and see if it fits your need. And then if you're willing to invest in 6 months or a year. And I tell people that ask me, and I'm people in my real life, and they'll ask me questions. I'm like, you know what? Some aspects of this, it's a little bit of a lottery. You're willing to say, hey, I commit to a year to save on the long run because I think I'll win out. I'm betting on that. I'm betting on me, not the house, to win. Because at any point, a lot of times, if we're using something, it could be gone tomorrow. This is what it is. It
definitely.
Could be gone tomorrow.
Not just it could be anything in life. Not just like streaming or anything that you do.
All right, you right now, C-Man?
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we go.
Hey, Turk. How are you, brother?
You're very good, brother. Yourself?
I'm all right, my man. OG right there.
Yeah.
Legend.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend.
Been hanging around and helpful and always nicest. So I will ask this, and I should have asked you before we went on the show, and I slipped my mind. So because I have people ask about being able to get in touch or getting into Turks UK Telegram groups or something. So are you saying if they want to check some of this out, to check out go to your website and then go from there to try to get the information about the APK and to go about that way? Because
so basically you've got, so if they wanted the kind of the premium, if they wanted to go for the platinum section, it's kind of application, the website it's very simple. It's called uktplatinum.com, and then from there they can actually get the kind of what they want to pay for or how they want to pay it, and then from there in that website it says you can get the normal applications, which is just click on Get UK TURKS, and then you can download the actual original app from there, or you can actually go to. I think you posted it in the.
I posted the I posted the APK, the one the regular APK. I put that in there.
Yeah, so they can get that from there, or they actually can get the original application and the platinum application from the UK Platinum, uktplatinum.com website as well. So
uktplatinum.com. I'm trying to pull her up. See if I know sometimes these things don't want to. uktplatinum.com.
uktplatinum.com.
All right, let me copy that and let me post it in because I was doing a search engine. And because I was going to post it over here on the side chat so that people can can get to it, can go to the website.
Yeah.
I got something wrong. I'm typing something. So
Platinum,
UKT Platinum.
PLAT.
Well, one
I know.
second.
I'm looking at the URL. I'm typing the URL in.
1 second.
Gotta be platinum. That's spelled wrong.
Oh, I just sent it to you.
All right. Thank you. Because I guess I'm a dumbass.
No, you've been
It's
drinking.
lost in translation. Is it that we'll say it like that?
No, that was what else? Hold on a second. I'm gonna copy. What did I type in? Oh,
Platinum.
I missed an N.
See? How did I know?
I missed the N. You know me. Hey, and I'm just starting to drink. I'm just starting to drink.
Yeah,
And-
so
And I'm
know.
lucky I ain't smoking.
Can I
That'll
just
be
quickly
later
say
on.
hello to everybody that's said hello in the chat and everything. Big shout out to Technic as well. He's a long time kind of blogger and loves the sections, obviously, that kind of he watches as well. And a big shout out to Skulls and Redneck and a couple of other guys as well. So thanks for watching and thank you for the big ups.
So, all right. Hey, we'll go ahead. Let's hit some of the topics we're going to hit because I knew with Turks on here, our topics was going to change. So
yeah.
Hey, I'll start at the front of the list, Alvin.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
And we'll run through some of these Turks, C-Man, you guys, all you guys chime in. So this week, or I'll say yesterday, 20.4 released, and it was a shit fest again. So we had 20.3 that hit the Google store. That was a shit storm. And then 20.4 now is all having kind of input issues. So don't go to 20.4.
Definitely not.
I think that what they did is I think they even stopped it from the Google Play. If you want to do 20.3, get it from Google or get it from Kodi's website. And I don't know. It's a shit show.
It's no different than 20.2.
No. And it was there was like so many little small bug fixes and not even anything that we even care about. I mean,
nothing would affect us.
No. And the other thing that dropped today, I think it was 21.3 beta. Right. Now, this is in the pre-released one. So this would not be for people that are not well-versed in this application because when you're with a pre-release, it may have bugs. I've been using 21 for months. I know, C-Man, you've been using 21.
I have, yeah.
21.3, and I'm going to say this because I'm going to put it out there because we're going to see a lot of people that have been installing 21.3 and then 21.3 beta are having issues. And that's because the xbmc.gui updated. So what you need for 21.21 beta 3 is a different XBMC GUI than you had prior. So if you were using a skin that worked previously, it will break when you install 21's beta 3 if it's not estuary or if it's not Silvo. Unless I think Diggs has updated their skin. So if you're using a Diggs build, you'll probably be okay because they've already been ahead and fixed that XBMC GUI issue for anybody that upgrades. The other people are going to have an issue. So if you install the 21 beta 3 and it kicks you back to estuary, basically the basic skin of Kodi, that's because whatever skin you were using was not supporting the xbmc.gui 5.17 C-Man is something like that. I think is what it
5.17, I think.
Yeah. For some reason I'm thinking so if you see that, guys, that's why. If you stick with 20.3 where you're at or 20.2, you're fine. But if you're a person like myself that's trying to keep pushing those nightly builds, your skin could come up and not work. And that's because of that small bug. So it will take a few days for some builders to fix that issue.
So what I'm hearing is my anti-skin stance is finally paying off.
Yeah. If you stick with estuary, you know what? You're mine.
All right, cool.
You're good. You're good. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything on 22 anymore. I'm just gonna wait. I mean I'm gonna wait
20?
till on
Or-
20. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna wait till 21.
until it's
there's too much
officially
gonna
released.
change. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going to happen, Pete? It's going to be kind of like when we went from 18 to 19, when they went from Python 2 to Python 3. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have builders that are on 20, and then they're going to have another build that's on 21 because of that skin update. Because what works on 20 will not work on 21 moving
Exactly.
forward. So you're going to have 2 builds. And again, if you're a builder and you want to do both, well, then fine. You got 2 builds. It's just going to create a few headaches for the people that don't keep on top of things. We all stay on top, so we don't have issues. But a lot of times people that just click and want it to work are like, oh, fuck, it's messed up.
But a lot of builders right now are just, I mean, it's like, okay, what do I do here? Do I update my 20 builds or just wait? Because it could be any day. Who knows?
You don't know that. I mean, they will do a release client, so there'll be an RC,
right?
Because after beta, you'll get the RCs, which will be 1 or 2, maybe 3, depends on how many bugs they find, and then from there, they will be a full version. So, so just I'm putting it out there for the people watching. Just be prepared if you're a person that's pushing and you install the new beta 3 thinking, oh, I want the newest shit. I still got 21 point. I've got a nightly. I think it's 21.1 or even maybe just 21 a nightly. I mean, maybe that'd be 21.1 beta. I think is what I'm running on my devices. Not a problem. I'll wait until the official version of 21 comes out to make that next jump.
Same here. Exactly.
I'm actually still on 20.1. I think it runs perfectly for me. I've not had any
no problem with that either.
Well, the only benefit, and we've talked about it before, is the Dolby Vision. To me, if you don't care about Dolby Vision, then you know what, 20 is great. But if you're a Dolby Vision user and you have a device and a TV that can handle it, you don't get that blue, purple, or was that green? The green Dolby Vision issue.
It could be purple too.
Oh yeah.
Either way,
little purple rain. But,
and once again, that makes me feel old because I kind of I first started using Kodi on the Xbox, like when the first one came out. But initially, like kind of was in full, kind of jumped in was Kodi 13.1 or 13.2. So it seems bloody many years ago, kind of prior to that.
Yeah.
It seems like a million years ago, doesn't it? And
it tell me about it. Yeah, definitely.
Good times though. There's no better hobby than this that I'd rather have.
How much money have we saved by not paying cable?
Oh
bill?
yeah. Oh,
man. It's crazy.
Even when we count in the devices that we've bought,
right,
the subscriptions we may have bought for different things, if you've paid for tracked or different things, we're talking. I mean,
tens
of thousands.
Yeah, and the content.
Tens of thousands. Yep.
So I'll take the work to stay on top of this above me just paying money. I'll keep
just
doing
throwing money at somebody. You know.
Well, Auburn and I can testify. He don't pay no money. So.
That's only to my help. I don't pay no money to my help. RD does get my money every 6 months.
If you notice, I've been extremely quiet tonight. Okay, because last time Turks was on, I had a 20-minute rant about God. So I'm being on my best behavior and behaving myself.
Don't get put back in the damn cave. I'll shove your ass back in there.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So a couple. I was going to hit on a couple things. We're rolling. Retro X. I am a gamer. I love retro gaming. I have Retro X on my NVIDIA Shields. Retro X actually had an update this week where they will support external players or external emulators, which means, let's say I installed. I like Redream for my Dreamcast games. Redream emulator was not part of Retro X, but what he's done now, Retro X has updated to where I can use any external emulators inside of Retro X, meaning I can open up a game and shoot. Hold on a second, I forgot to pull I got the images.
Okay.
I had the images, and you can actually launch any of the external players that you have to be able to, if I want to use Redream inside Retro X, I can. So let me grab an image here. Let's see. So I'm gonna open this. Hold on. Let me pop over here. Let's get rid of this. Stop sharing. Grab my share. There we go. Bam. You'll get this screen. So if you update, you can kind of see up here where this is a Sega Genesis. Fuck, I need another beer. Hey, honey, I need another beer. So I can actually, instead of using the RetroArch internal players or the emulators that is used in RetroX, I can pick one of those other players. So this does give users more control of their emulation and what emulators they want to use.
Yeah, because some ROMs work better on different emulators.
Yes,
it really does.
Redream works brilliantly. Redream for Dreamcast works great. When I would use a Dreamcast, I tried to play a Dreamcast game, I would always have an issue in RetroX. So again, I would just use Redream all by itself. So you download the APK, you'll have it on your device, and you have to have it installed. Now, if you don't have it installed, you can't really launch it. So it's got to be on your device, and you can be able to do it. So this is a great new feature. I think that a lot of us people that use RetroX, they're going to find it to be pretty helpful.
Would you believe I've actually still got the original Dreamcast, and I actually use it as well. I don't need any emulator or anything. Yeah, I've still got it. My number one game was Shenmue. I don't know if you.
I actually was looking through all my Dreamcast games because I have an external hard drive with all my games on it, and I saw that Shenmue. I liked. I did the 18-wheeler. That was my game.
Yeah, 18.
I loved 18-wheeler. He's like, get out of my way, and it's like I played that.
Dreamcast was so ahead of its time. Kind of, if they would have carried on, kind of creating consoles and not just kind of games, that I reckon they would have been bigger than or as big as Nintendo and Sony and Xbox. Personally,
yeah, I think it's so for me. I'd rather just emulate all of it because then I can have everything all in one spot. So yeah, and it's it again. I signed up with Retro X back years ago, back when Stuart was doing it, and I mean when Retro X first started, and I think it was $12 for a lifetime or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Didn't they go down? Didn't they go down at one point?
No, he didn't go down. He did go up in the price. The price is not. The price ain't $12 for a lifetime anymore, because he does cloud saves. So one of the pros on this is so no matter which device you use, you can save to the cloud, and then because you can have up to 5 devices on your license, you can you start right where you left off, kind of thing. So it has a lot of. And again, there's a lot of work that goes into that for him to make all the emulators for all the systems. And I mean, it's got to be 30, if I'm guessing, it's got to be 30 systems. Let's see, list of supported systems. Here, I click that.
Wow.
There you go. 30 systems. Yeah. Wow. So you got all 30 systems there. So, I mean, to get emulators and tweak it to all work there's a lot of work that goes into that. So I'm for him and doing that. A couple things for on the side note. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on Claire's YouTube channel. So she asked me to be on at 12 o'clock. I got the link down below. So you guys check me out. I don't know what we're not talking tech shit. We're going to be talking about whatever. I don't know where she's going to go with the conversation. To be honest, you know what? Whatever. It's going to be. I'm going to probably have a beverage and just shoot the shit. So the link is down below. You guys check it out. Be noon East Coast time. So that's 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and what would it be like 5 p.m. over there in the UK. One other person I wanted to mention, and I'm trying to get the guy to come on the show, Kiko Daikin. I'm trying to get him to come on the show. This is a YouTuber that does all kinds of tech reviews on a lot of retro gaming items that, I love that shit. He does some of the really top-notch videos in, to me, it's not just the surface benchmark shit. He looks at why things happen, why they happen. And this is a guy that, check out his video. The links are down below to join his YouTube channel. But I'm trying to get him to come on the show because I think he's got some knowledge that I know I could gain from. And I think some of our people that watch my show would find useful. And because we're all close to the same age of being into all that, that Gen Xers kind of thing. So Kiko Daikin, check him out. Check out some of his videos. Subscribe to him, and maybe in the next week or two, he's on here to talk really in depth about some gaming stuff. I'm not sure, and actually, he actually made me. I want to buy the next device. I want to buy. He had let's see what's on here. That X1. I'm really leaning towards. Yeah, this X1 is. And he's like, oh, no, that's a commercial. Never mind. So he does that X1. I'm really close to wanting to buy that device, a mini single board computer that runs Windows, and it ran all the way up to PS2 was running. Cool. He was showing that PS2 can run on a single board computer. We're talking $150 is what you're going to come out of pocket on that and running PS2. And so I'm like, oh shit. None of my devices run PS2. I mean, my PC will. But so,
what about the new Raspberry Pi 5?
He actually talks about the Raspberry Pi 5, but he also talked in some of his videos. Actually, if you look up, he did a video on ARM versus x86. Great video on why Raspberry Pis and those systems are going to they're hitting a ceiling. Because the architecture is just not able to do what you can do on an x86 chip. And he talks about why that happens. And that if you're playing, we're playing arcade, MAME, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64 for the most part, you're not going to have an issue. Raspberry Pis can do it.
Right.
But once if you go to the higher end Dreamcast, what was it, Killer Instinct, or what's it, it's not Parakeet, but
Dolphin.
Yeah, you get to the higher end. Raspberry Pi is almost where it can't go anymore because of hardware architectural restraints.
Yeah, I didn't know if 5 could handle like Sega 2s or not.
Yeah,
I hadn't looked into it yet.
It's not running. It's not running your PS2. Again, some people are like, well, you just got to wait for the developers to tweak it. And in his videos, he's like, maybe it's going to run some, but it's not going to run like we want it to. But you can grab a slower chip that's an x86, a slower chip that if you do a benchmark, you're like, that chip is shit. It runs the PS2 because of the architecture and the multi-core that it's able to do because of the emulator. So again, I was watching, I'm like, holy shit, that makes sense. So that's why I'm actually leaning towards leaning to get maybe that X1 that single board, because
It's
it's got, it runs more. It's able to do more, even if the Raspberry Pi is close to the same price. Because Raspberry Pi, you buy a Raspberry Pi 5 right now.
They're expensive now.
Oh, fuck yeah. $80 if you're going to get an 8 gig one. And then you got to get a power supply.
Yeah. And a video out adapter. Because who has micro USB or micro HDMI laying around? No one.
Mac users.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and again, in his one video I just watched yesterday, I mean, it talks about now you've price pointed yourself to a price that now you could have a single board Windows device and can do more than what that Raspberry Pi does. So I was actually going to get a Raspberry Pi 5. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I might wait on that. I might just, now I'm looking to get an X1. Like I said, I can drop $200 with everything. It actually even comes with a 256 gig drive in it. It supports M2, so I can get M.2 and put one of those in there if I want it.
Okay.
So why waste on a Raspberry Pi when I can go the other route?
Yeah.
So, but I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm hoping to have him on to just share information, us to all learn, and to gain some knowledge on that all. And I like to learn about that kind of shit. So, I see. Yeah. PS2 is tricky, and again, PS2 is really emulation is only really on Windows. Look at. Oh wait. Beach, you want to? My wife didn't hear me. Hold on a second. My beer is empty. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Let me. I need
text her.
Beer.
Oh, this show may get a lot shorter than we thought of.
Oh yeah, it might. Yep.
She's downstairs. She's downstairs. She's on the big TV.
Can we see the text when she answers back?
We'll be waiting a long time for that.
Good Canadian woman. She got. We're good. All right.
Maybe I'll text her from here. Okay.
Hold on. She asked me what kind.
Oh, geez.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
The cold kind.
I'm telling you. Trained.
Man, you're spoiled.
Wow.
Trained. You've just been a good boy today, so she's just repaying the favor.
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna owe that tonight. All right. So you guys want, because we don't have Andrew yet.
Yeah.
So we want to hit on. We give out the warning on Disney.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that in the past. Disney is cracking down on passwords. I think that happens next month. So if you were sharing some people's, if you were sharing some passwords or they were sharing passwords with you, be prepared. That shit's coming to an end. It is what is. All of them are cracking down. All of them. So if those days of, thank you, baby. Oh, wow, that was cold. Oh man. Hey, Beach says that I was going to get smacked upside the head.
Tell him that I told you that I would actually grab you a beer.
I know. Hey, Jade, you can go
I'm
now.
trying to get my steps in for this.
Yeah, Turks is in here with us too.
Tell him I said hi.
Blue said hi.
I just heard her lovely voice. So
Yeah.
You heard your lovely voice.
We all say that, you know.
You don't see her though. She hides.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
You can leave the door open. Yeah, leave
See
the door
a
open.
picture
She'll
on
come
the
in.
milk bag.
Yep.
Pictures on the milk bag.
So if you're using Disney and you're using somebody else's shit, just be prepared. You might want to sign up for Turks, one of his premium services, because it's coming to an end. And we got a minute. I do want to hit on this NVIDIA shit. I think that this is I think it's in kind of a big item for us. NVIDIA is worth more than Amazon and Google. It is now trading higher than both of those services. NVIDIA is worth or trading more than
I read
Amazon
that. That's crazy.
and Google.
It's AI. AI.
It's all about the AI. Yeah, you're right, Raj. It talks about. Let me see. There's this. Let me see if there was a. Oh shit! Where was that? If you bought $1,000 of NVIDIA 10 years ago. Oh, here it is. So if you bought $1,000 investment in NVIDIA 10 years ago, it's worth $175,000 now.
Oh my gosh.
It'd be worth 175, right?
Yeah, 175,000.
$175,000.
Wow.
I mean, that's and done nothing. It went up like 3% in just the last month or something like that.
They're using these cards for everything, because the tensor cores have better compute than supercomputers of just a few years ago. It's incredible what kind of processing power they have.
And this was a video made completely AI that was basically I want a pretty woman in a black dress in Tokyo at night with a lot of lights, wet ground or something. They gave it just some parameters that what they wanted. And we're looking at this is complete AI.
Yeah, this doesn't exist outside of a computer.
Is this that open AI?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've literally just been looking at that on Twitter.
I mean, it's mind-boggling how much this is. I mean, this woman. All right, look at this. I don't know if this car here, again, completely a truck going up a dirt road or something, up a mountain road, and the camera's up behind her or something. They gave it a basic parameters, and it came up with this. I mean, this is scary in a way because we are not. You talk about fake news. We ain't gonna be able to trust even the shit you see.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you trust anything?
Unless you see it in person happening live,
Right.
you can't trust what you see on the internet from this point forward.
No.
And if you were watching this without knowing that it's AI, now you might be able to pick apart, especially the girl, when you're like, I can pick apart these little things because you know you're looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you watch some of these videos that this
Make your
AI
own
has,
movie.
holy shit.
You know?
I mean, where? And no wonder NVIDIA's making a ton of money in the future.
This technology didn't exist 5 years ago
Right.
at all.
Right.
That's what they say.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what they say. They've had this planned, I reckon, for the takeover. It's like if you kind of watch science fiction films, let's say like Terminator, the robots are going to take over. Well, this is what's happening. AI is taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're watching it. You're watching it, folks. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's unfolding in front of your eyes, and people are just saying like, "Wow, the technology is amazing," but they don't realize that they're taking over the world.
Yeah.
like that one. They asked for a guy running on a treadmill, and obviously the guy's running the wrong way on the treadmill. But soon it'll know not to make that mistake.
And if you weren't looking for little issues, you'd never catch it. I mean, even the shadow on the wall. I mean, it's
This could have like a bad way of things. That, like you're saying, when someone said you couldn't do this with live, but it's going to get to such a point, especially when they want to kind of, let's say, the Matrix want to give you the false narrative on reporting or anything like that. You'd be having a fake AI reporter reporting something that's going on in the world where actually nothing is going on. There's nothing wrong. So that could have the detrimental effect with this technology as well, unfortunately.
And when I said live earlier, when I said you need to witness it live, I meant live in person with it actually, like you could reach out and touch it happening.
Now just wait till AI porn comes out. That'll be huge.
Yep, it will be.
That's the only thing it should be used for.
Mark will be all over that.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling in a way especially when I watch this video. And again,
There's going to be crimes committed with this.
Yeah, And again, what can you trust anything you see that you're not seeing with your own in person? You're not there watching it happen.
Mhm.
And you know, when we talk about it's scary, and we see so many of these movies, and it's like, oh, that shit's coming true, and you guys are just buckled right in, and you're riding right along.
Yep.
You guys, we warned you. The machines were like, we warned them. They were just pretty too dumb to fucking. We gave them the clues.
I don't know what it is. It seems like kind of Hollywood's got an insight to what's going on. So, like, if you go back, like, let's say 20 years ago, there was a film with Bill Smith, Enemy of the State, and it was explaining about tracking and everything kind of computerized, and that kind of came true. And it's just basically every film you see, a science fiction you see, 5-10 years later, that kind of film where it's based on is actually coming true. So.
You know, but I mean, I don't know. How do you get off this train? You know, I think of, do you take the blue pill or the red pill?
It's too late now. I think everyone's kind of gone down that road, I think, personally. So to kind of try and back out of it, people are looking at you as if you're the mad one.
Yeah,
right. You'd have a better chance of putting toothpaste back in a toothpaste tube.
You're right about because now you're the crazy one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, do you continue to invest, or maybe people should continue to invest in NVIDIA? You think, well, it can't go any higher. Can it not go any higher than what it already is?
They're gonna blow up. NVIDIA, even just from back in the day, they're just using their graphics card. You'd think it was just a small startup company that was dictated from kind of Microsoft or whoever they had their chips in, but now they're kind of taken them beyond and gone to the next level. I reckon they'll get even bigger, personally.
This is how much money they're making on it. They're thinking about not producing video cards for video games anymore.
And that's what their main core
right.
business.
Yeah.
That's where they built their business.
Right. And they may abandon that and give that part to AMD to rule over and Intel.
Hey, Dad, could you put that site in the side chat?
The Sora? It's also down in below.
Okay.
It's in the notes down there below. It's got
I posted it last night, Ed.
I wonder if we could tell it to make an AI streaming YouTube host.
Yeah.
It doesn't waffle on for hours.
Jesus Christ. You know what? Docking your pay. Docking your pay. All right. So we're at 6 o'clock. We got to run to Player Pass. If you've not watched the show before, we'll be reviewing a movie, and it is the Promised Land. So not sure if Turks, I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I've actually wanted to. I've heard a lot about it and wanted to see it because it's a typical kind of war, kind of old German, Danish kind of war, or kind of not loosely based kind of true story, isn't it, or something?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
So it looks quite good, and it's got that actor from who was in
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, so a great actor as well. But I haven't seen it. I definitely want to kind of watch it actually, and but I think that's going to be me kind of making an exit at the moment. So
awesome.
Thanks for having me on, guys, and then I'll leave you to kind of do your play and pass, and hopefully speak to you guys again. So,
yeah, definitely. Hey,
take care, man.
You can even come back next week and or at least vote in our Telegram room whether or not you liked it, so everyone knows.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
I'll give a little drop a message and try and get back in. Try and make it a bit more of a regular occurrence.
Hey, anytime, Turks.
See you anytime, man.
Thank you for having me. It's always a big respect to all of you guys and everyone in the chat and everyone else who's watching.
Take care of yourself, man.
Take care, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye. There again, Turks are OG of Kodi, still hanging in there. Check out any of the links I posted over there on the side chat to join any of his, to check out his website and his apps. Great stuff.
Is he still going?
Yes. Yes.
Well, you got to give him some credit for that.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, still rolling.
He obviously enjoys it.
Good time. All right, let me throw the intro, boys. Let's roll. 8 seconds in. All right, here we are, Promised Land, so that we can be out of here by 7 o'clock. So Beach doesn't miss any of the West Virginia Tough Man contest.
Well, me too.
Yes.
I love that.
Let Dave go first. So
all right. I'm going first. Let me tell you the reason. I watch a lot. I watch more movies than TV shows, and I found this because this was nominated for an Academy Award last year as a foreign film, and as we know, I watch foreign films. I watched it, I liked it, and I thought other people might enjoy it. And I knew if I told somebody to watch it and just said, hey, watch it, but it's all in Danish and you have to read, nobody would do it. So that's why I just said, screw it. I liked it, put it on the wheel, see if it got picked, and I got picked. And, so far, several people have said that they enjoyed it. So that's me.
All right. Who else got something to talk about the movie?
I guess I'll go next. We watched this last night in big screen. We all liked it. This was really good. It's hard, like you're saying, it's in Danish, and it's hard to get some people to sit down in front of a good movie. But if a lot of times if you say, listen, stick with it and watch it, because it's really good, and it's definitely worth the watch. Force people to watch it with you if you have to, and then they'll see. It's a good movie. That's why, like I always say every time in big screen, we do have such a good time in there watching movies with other people, because you get to be like it used to be in the movie theater. You're watching something with your friends and you get to talk about it. But this was good. It really you don't get to say anything because you're watching and reading, but it was a really good story. Because I watch a lot of stuff like this also, that's either international or period pieces like this, and I liked it a lot. Thanks, Dave. It was a good one. Okay, next.
I'm glad you liked
it. I'm always in for a good period piece, and this was a good period piece. All the costumes were good, the sets were great. Nothing felt out of place to me. The story was really good. Reading it is always a distraction. So I mean, it would have been a better movie had it been in English. But other than that, I thought it was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
If this was in English, it probably would have won the Oscar.
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
I will agree with that, because
it's a very good story.
It's funny because much time can you hold on people's attention?
It's funny because I was talking to Dave the other day, and I was like, I'm trying to work myself up to watch to read this bloody movie.
I know.
And he's like, oh, just watch it. It's really good. So I started watching it on Wednesday, and it's like usually some of these ones I'll like watch them and like part of it, and then I'll get tired and then I'll watch the rest the next day. But this one I watched the whole thing all the way through, and even like the reading bits, you kind of forget that it's like you're reading it.
You're reading it, right?
Yeah, and you get pulled into the story, especially if it's a good one, which this was.
Right.
But it's definitely not a movie that I would look at and go, oh, I'm going to watch that. Like I would probably read the story of it and think, oh, that sounds really good. But then if you go to watch a trailer or something, and then you realize, oh, it's foreign and I need to read it.
Right.
That's probably what puts most people off. But if you could just push yourself to actually just start watching it, you start realizing quickly that actually it's a really good story and it pulls you in.
It's like when I pulled out A Man Called Ove.
Yeah.
You know, look, you guys are gonna have to read a movie. It's all in Swedish, and
You're right.
once again, everybody who liked it loved it.
Love it.
Yeah.
For
Cut
myself,
that shit out, Dave.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, a good movie is a good movie. Whether
I agree with you.
You know, so and we put so many these popular. They've come out and they can be a play, but they're not. You know, have a real good story to them. So that's why I just went out on a limb with this. I'm like, there's enough on the wheel right now that's like, it's okay. Yeah, it might get a play, but let's try and pull something out of the bag that I know nobody, if I told them to watch it, would watch it unless they were forced to.
Yeah.
It's interesting as well because every foreign film that we've had to review, everyone's really enjoyed it.
Those are really good things. Those are really good movies.
Yeah.
You know, over here in the States, all we care about is these damn superheroes.
Action and bullets and
blood.
Yeah.
For myself on this movie, I really loved this movie. The only thing that I couldn't really understand was the devil girl, the little girl there.
Yeah.
The gypsy?
Gypsy.
I couldn't understand why she was being rejected all the time.
Because she's dark skin.
Yeah, she was
dark
dark
skin. I thought about that.
Yeah.
But I said, no, it couldn't be because she wasn't dark enough.
She was dark enough.
She was dark enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We were sitting there last night, and this was, I think, probably about the fourth time I've watched this movie and sitting with Aubin when he had his two potato fields, and they were about a mile, a big chunk of difference between the two fields. I'm like, why the hell are his two fields so far apart from each other?
I thought about that, and I came up with a reason. I think it was
high soil conditions.
Yeah. They were probably the only two areas where it would actually grow.
He was picky. He was picky because remember he kept sticking the thing in there, pulling up the soil.
He was tasting the soil.
Tasting the soil.
He was pretty picky about his soil.
Yeah.
And I've grown more potatoes than I guarantee anybody that's listening to this show right now. I guarantee it. And they're not an easy.
This movie reminds me of a TV series my kids worked on. It's called Barkskin. It's basically the same concept because when I looked at the buildings they made in that movie, that series that my kids worked on, it's basically the same thing. And it's like in a rural area where everybody's far apart and they have to survive.
Yeah.
So check it out. Barkskin. Oh, now I see she's dark.
Yeah.
I just it was. I think it might be in the coloring of the actual movie, the way it was like quite dark in places, so it was hard. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Or he had a high sense TV.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's
I really liked how it's just basically a story about it. He just wants to be. He's this normal soldier who it's like to say it took him 4 years to get to captain, and then the rich guy's like, oh well, it only takes someone like me like 6 months.
Yeah.
He just works. He wants to be what these people are. He wants to be like a well-kept, well-respected person with a title and servants and all this, and that's his big goal. It's just he starts realizing along the way that it's not like what he thought it was going to be.
He was a bastard of a landowner, so right?
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing that cracked me up when I was watching this last night was I kept having flashbacks to the beekeeper. He's a beekeeper. When the guy kept correcting everybody and saying "the Shinkle," and they would just call him Mr. Shinkle, and they goes "the Shinkle, the Shinkle, the Shinkle," and I was like, "Protect the hive." I for some reason it just was sticking in my head every time he would say Dushinkle.
Yeah, that guy was a wanker.
Yeah. He got what he deserved in the
Not
end.
in the end, he wasn't. He wasn't doing no wanking at the end.
Yeah, I will. And again, people know, and I'm not embarrassed to say, I hate reading a movie. I will read movies. A Man Called Ove, phenomenal movie. This, fuck, I have to say I loved it. As much as I hate to read and not look at your phone, you can't look at your tablet. You can't be looking away doing other shit when this is on, because there's dialogue, and the dialogue was on point. The character development on point. The what they said made sense. What they said mattered. So often when we talk about movies, we talk about it's a bad script. Why did they say that? It didn't feel right. Didn't feel genuine. Everything about this movie felt genuine. It felt like it was in place. Character development. Holy shit. You're talking about the little gypsy kid. I loved the little gypsy kid. I loved the woman that ended up being the housemaid. What was her? Barbara Ann. Barbara Ann. You end up loving every single the priest. Every single character you cared about. How many times we watch a damn movie, you don't even care if they die or not die.
Most of them.
Zero. Every single character you cared about. So again, perfect character development. Everything flowed. You understood what they're trying to do. The scene, the cinematography, brilliant. Set design, on point. I struggled with it, finding anything wrong with it. I mean, it even had some good sex in there. And so again, if you throw some good sex scenes in there, I'm like, all right, you're getting it on. And so it was like every box that I could want in a movie was there. The only downside is you had to read. And you know what? That meant you had to pay attention. And us of a short attention span time now, we don't want to pay attention.
No.
So that's why we're resist watching something like this, because we actually have to watch it. We can't be multitasking, or I should just say screwing around on our phone or our tablets or our laptops while we're watching. You got to actually watch it, where we don't do that as a society anymore. So brilliant job. Great movie. I was very surprised. I liked it as much as I liked it.
Do you normally not pay attention to English movies then? Because that's what I feel like. I feel like
sometimes
you're not.
Yeah, but I think what he means is like you can look away at something, and obviously you can still hear the dialogue, what's going on, so you kind of knows what's going on.
It's cinematography. You need to watch the film.
But yeah, you couldn't
about
look
everything
away.
else.
We watched it last night, and that was so funny because I was not on my phone almost the whole time for this thing. Never picked. I mean, it was over there. I remember Blue one time says, "What just happened?" And I said, "If you put your damn laptop down, you know what was happening, or your tablet," because she was doing a puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Because she likes to do that's her in the evenings, that helps her to she does little puzzles on her tablet. And I said, if you're paying attention, you would know. And I have to back it up, back. Okay, now this is what's happened. I'm like, you gotta pay attention. She goes, oh, that's coming from you, Mr. On your phone every night on Telegram or wherever you're at. And I'm like,
did she like the movie though?
She loved it. Loved it. She enjoyed it. I mean, we both were like, when they had the stick. Remember at the end when that other guy threw the stick, and she let out a "Ooh," and I mean, it was like a gasp of like, "Oh, he threw the stick!" Yeah, And she goes, "Oh my God!" And she got all giddy. Again, why? It's character development. You care about the little girl. You care about all of them. And how many times you watch movies you care fuck all about any of them except for, all right, let's get to the end, shoot up and kill some more people.
Yeah. And then if you cared about them so much that when you got to the end and it was just him on his own, and he's sitting there crying, eating his food, and you're like, that's when he's just like, you realize and he realizes like this whole thing that he wanted, he didn't. It's not what he actually wants. So he just abandons the whole thing.
It goes straight to the woman out of jail.
And kills the prison guards.
And he was really protective. He was so protective over the potatoes as well. And then just at the end, he's just like, fuck it, and leaves.
I don't care about it no more.
But it's funny, as I got going on this one, it's funny, the subtitles drew me more into the movie than, like if it would have been in, let's say, translated or dubbed in English, maybe I'd have another concept of it. But the way I was reading the movie as it was going, all the subtitles were drawing me more into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I really love this movie.
When he was, I almost felt like I could smell the soil. And this scene, I almost felt like I could, when you got a garden or something, how you could smell the soil. And I'm thinking he can smell that grass, that dirt.
That looks like good potato soil to me. I would plant potatoes in that.
And she was the one to find it. The outcast, the devil girl. And again, it's just prejudice. Anybody that's different, they're bad luck. They're this, they're that. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Somebody's going to find something different about that. They are bad.
Was she considered as a gypsy?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was a gypsy.
Yeah. But you remember they were like, she's bad luck.
Yeah. She's a dark gypsy.
Yeah, and she's caught. That's why those people came and killed their livestock and stole their kids and this and that. That's why. No, maybe because that guy's a fucking dick. Maybe that's why. But no, that young girl that's a gypsy, she's bad luck and dark skin. And
the only thing that annoyed us was the fact he never got his medal back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I thought when he gave it to that, obviously when he gives it to the guy to come and help them, I figured, somewhere near the end he's going to get that back.
No,
and he never did.
They'd sell it. That's on his.
But I don't think he cared about the medal. Him doing what he did in the army. I think that was like that was his past. He had moved on. Him trying to do the surveying. I was like, holy shit. I mean, he was, hey, I'm going to come. We got a colony that's going to happen here. And being that it was so true story, that was also based on a true story, not exactly true, but based on this is the type of thing that could happen. And how sometimes you think people are so small-minded about, you just write off all that barren land. It's, but no, it just took the right person and actually find the right soil. Maybe people kept looking where it was rocky and stuff. So
I think he comes across as a guy that's like, I'm going to do what people say I can't do. But then when I've done it, I'm going to go and do something else.
On to the next thing.
Exactly. He proved his
God, that would be annoying if you were married to him. Like.
Well, he didn't have to worry about that. But. And I did feel bad about that one, the one guy that got burned. The one,
the husband.
And that guy, that landowner, when his servant or his
the wife.
I know, but I'm saying the guy. Remember when the landowner he goes in his number one came up and said, I think that's enough. You've lost him. You've lost the crowd. Because everyone was all, yes, beat him, burn him. And then they're like, And he's like, no, for the beautiful girls, we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, you think you've lost the crowd.
Oh, he got his comeuppance big time.
Oh yeah. I just wish he'd have just died more. I wish he would have died poisoned, you know, because I kept thinking, why fucking cut his dick off and this and that. But I guess, you know, that was
the best thing about it though is it actually showed his true character at the end when she like stabs him and he's like, just no, don't. He's just like petrified.
Yeah.
It reminded us of that. It reminded us of the scene in Saving Private Ryan. You know the one I'm on about.
Yeah. When he
that's disturbing seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, when he was sitting at a table and he was eating a bowl of porridge, and then he gets up and he goes outside. Because remember at the beginning when they started off, they were all eating porridge, and he ends up eating porridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was back to where
with
he
milk
started
in it.
without his medal.
With milk in it.
Yeah.
Crazy bitch.
That's Mother.
Dick blood all over.
Yeah, if you watch, if anybody was a fan of the HBO series Raised by Wolves, she was the computer that played Mother.
Yeah.
Barbara Ann. She played the mother character in Raised by Wolves.
Yeah, and you know, she ended up saving him. If you think about it,
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, even though she got the revenge she wanted. You know,
they kind of saved each other. I mean, all three of them. You know, the two of them saved the little girl, and then, you know, she saved him from getting burned and lashed by killing him. So he went and freaking rescued her from being sold as a slave. Which Auburn brought up a good point. Why didn't he just go to slave auction and buy her ass?
Right.
Well, because they weren't in an auction. In bad guy or whatever. They ran away from him, didn't they? So they technically were still his servants, and he's not going to sell them to him.
Right. Well, have someone else buy him. Really, you know,
slaves are us.
Maybe just help them escape and not have slaves.
Yeah.
Hey, there's always been some slaves in. If you look back in the time of man, there's always somebody that you're taking advantage of somebody else, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm the slave in this house.
Oh yeah, let your baby hear that. You'd be in trouble.
Yeah, it's the kids I'm the slave to.
Oh, them kids got you doing everything. Well, you'll be a slave for the rest of your life. Well, maybe once they get to be old enough to leave the house, maybe. Wow. Yeah, that was great. And yeah, this guy, when he came, and it just amazes me some of the, like, how these people made money. You think about it. They just went random places and like, hey, can we work on your windows or something? It's like, but
they'd also, you know, steal from you too. That's how they were looking to get him in the first place.
Well, look at the deal that Mads cut the man and the wife when they first showed up. You guys can work here. You get no pay and 2 meals a day. Yeah. They're like, okay, sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. Oh, we're looking at our options right now, and that's pretty much okay. All right.
Well, if you learned anything from watching this movie, be careful. Somebody throws a stick at your feet.
Yeah.
Don't pick it up.
Don't pick it up.
But she's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But yes, I enjoyed it. Well done, Dave. Better than the bloody beekeeper.
Oh God!
Oh, by far.
We've been talking about that. We've been having too many.
Oh my gosh!
Even though they were plays, to be honest, a lot of the stuff we've watched in the last month have been shit.
A couple people out here have some movies that they're requesting. I think that we should add them to the list. You know.
Look at he's trying to do some shit at the last minute, Dave. That wasn't me.
Well, no. Well, listen. I at least pay attention to what people have to say out there because I read.
I saw that.
What a gig.
They just got to come on the show and be on the show for 2 or 3 times.
That's easiest way.
Todd, you're going to take this crap on your own channel.
You know what? Hey, you're all my friends. I'll roll with it. But hey, Dave has Roger has a point. If you want to, if you want your movies to be put on the wheel, you just got to put yourself out. Every single person on this panel put themselves out and said, you know what, I'm going to jump on the show and tell you what I think about the movie. Think about that particular movie, wherever it was, and took that chance. Now you don't have to show your face. You don't have to show who you are. We're not asking about the camera, but you just got to be able to voice your opinion. If you voice your opinion, you can be put on this panel.
Get that open AI.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all we've asked is people to be able to come on, put yourself out, and once you put yourself out, hey, you're vetted kind of thing. We'll put you on the wheel.
Yes.
And that's
That's what we should do. Get open AI and like use it to make like the actors from the movie. We've got such and such coming on to talk about that movie.
Make it all completely AI.
Yeah.
It will monetize it, make all kinds of money. So, all right. Well, we're at 38 minutes in after the hour. So, we're gonna. Well, why don't we do player pass, and then we'll do spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel, yeah.
So the first part of this, if you've not watched this before, player pass, which means would you give it a play, which means you would recommend it to your friends and family and stand behind the movie saying, I recommend this fucking movie. Or, hey, I don't want nobody to see it. I hope that it falls off the end of the earth and somebody makes everyone watch 100 ads to watch this movie. So let's go. We'll start over here at Eddie. Eddie, play or pass for this particular movie?
This is a super play for me.
Super play. The Mug wants to give it 2 plays, but he can't. He wants to give it 2. It's that damn good. Andrew, what do you get as a play or pass? Promised Land.
It's going to be. I think it's still going to be hard to find someone to convince to watch. It'd be just because it's subtitles, but it's definitely a play. I think, and if you can get someone to watch it, they'll will enjoy it.
All right.
It's a play.
Let's see, Dave, you gave it a play. Roger, play or pass?
Oh, it's definitely a play for me. Good movie. Thanks, Dave.
Awesome. Mr. Aubin.
It's a play, and do me a favor and tell Blue to go vote.
Well, I'll have to send her a message because she ain't even in this other room.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, look up so far, they're all plays. So.
It's going to be unanimous. And you gave it a play, Aubin. That was 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I give it a play. That's 6 from the panel. We also go over here to Willa, Redneck, 100% play from Leon. I don't know. We'll give it a couple more seconds. And if you go to the Telegram group or the Telegram room,
8-0.
8-0 plays.
So, hey, is that the first time we had 100% on a vote?
No.
No.
We've had more, but it's been a while.
Before.
It's been a while.
Hey, this could be the second time of totally foreign language film could win the best movie at the Poppies.
Yeah, Dave. Dave had The Man Called Ove got a perfect, and that funny one I can't remember the name of it.
Coda.
No, Coda? Not Coda. The one where he cuts his dick off.
Oh,
the package.
The package. So good.
The package. That was yours.
Yeah, that was mine. Yeah.
That was another one that you would have not expected to like that. But
what was that one?
The package.
Oh, the package. Yeah.
Great cuts.
We've had a few. 100% before. Not many, but a few.
All right, here we go. So, all right. Awesome pick. The Promised Land, 100% play on this movie from the group. And again, it's you got to read, but
it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth paying attention and actually have to read it because we're so few times we actually get a good 100% movie that is great. So, hey, great job, Dave. All right.
Won't be a great job if my pick is chosen pick this week.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel.
Do you want to
And-
tell what the movies are?
Okay, so we got what's it? Gigi and Nate.
Yeah, that's
We
mine.
got Living.
Mhm.
It's still Eddie's, ain't it?
Eddie's.
Yeah, Green Andrew, the Iron Claw.
Iron Claw. Yep.
Then you have American Fiction.
Yep.
I have The New Color Purple. Roger has Mudbound.
You know what? I've only watched one of these movies on this whole wheel.
Which one?
Iron Claw.
I haven't
Okay.
seen any of them.
Yeah,
They'll all
yeah.
be new for me.
So
Okay,
I guess
cool.
we'll all be forced to watch it, and this includes all the people that are watching the show. Watch.
American Fiction is on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put that. Yep. Yep. All right. Let's spin her. Let's see what happens. Wheel of crap. Let's see what we're gonna watch. Oh shit! Piss mine.
Looks like could be Living.
What the hell? This has been on there forever.
Yes, that's Eddie's choice.
Yes, this I want people's reaction to this. This is it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Eddie, anything you want to say about this movie? Because this is your pick.
Yes.
So,
This movie reminds me of when I was a kid. They talk about a park. I don't know how many hours I played in a park. So, this is the actor there. He's a great actor.
1950s.
All right. I like a good period piece, Ed.
And I think it's all in black and white, if I remember well.
well, that looks color right there, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I think the movie is mostly in black and white.
Okay.
And it's in
Oh, you really challenge him with.
and I believe it's
What year was that?
1950s.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe it's in the old square box format, if I remember.
Oh, I hate that part. That's the worst part. Fuck.
I do like Bill Nighy though.
Yeah,
Good
because wasn't he in the vampire movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in he's in Love Actually. He's in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He's in loads of good movies.
Yeah. He
Pirates,
usually, yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. He plays Davy Jones.
Okay.
Oh, we already have.
All right, so we got our movie to watch for next week. And
All
again,
right.
I've not watched this, so Living is something new for me. So 7.2, with 31,000 votes, so that's good.
Oh, you'll all be getting flashbacks with this, won't you?
Yeah.
I'll be like, wow, God, it's like a trip to there's this place in the UK called Beamish. It's like an old town. It's just all old stuff and from when
Remind
it'll be
me.
giving you guys all flashbacks, and I'll just be like,
Been
it'll
there,
be like a
done
trip to the museum for me.
that. Hey, does this have subtitles? I might need it.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Well, maybe you guys.
Oh, I know it's London, so you're gonna be able to. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It'll be, if it was from my neck of the woods, you'd need the subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for
London,
sure.
I probably can handle that. I won't
Yeah.
need that.
I still turn them on anyhow.
But
No, I like
That's
watching.
because you're fucking deaf.
he
Well,
turns the
it's
subtitles
not
on for this show.
It's not even just that. It's just that reading it, you catch
All right, LeVar
more. Hey, you catch more about a movie. When
Well, why don't we just turn this into a bloody book club review?
That's why I was calling him LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow
Yeah.
Guy.
Right, the first book I choose is The Hobbit.
Okay.
So we've got a couple
Well,
of
put it this
weeks.
way, pick that, you got a good chance of getting Blue back on the show.
Yeah.
It's the best book out of all four of that series. The Hobbit is the best one, in my opinion.
All right, so this is the movie we got to watch next week, you guys. Living. So we got to watch that next week. And again, yeah, it is the thing about this show. I do like having different people's opinion. I love the wheel because then it's completely random, and it is what it is when you're stuck watching something. And I would have never watched this week's movie if it wasn't for Dave forcing us to watch it. So, all right, so let's go ahead. We only got 15 minutes before West Virginia Tough Man gets kicked off, and my boys want to be watching that. So shows or movies that you may want to suggest. I see Sandra D's in here. Tabby's in here. We got a bunch of our regular watchers who joined in here. Any TV shows or stuff you guys want to throw out there?
I just wanted to say that there's The Old Man, the show, The Old Man.
Coming back.
That's coming back, just so people know who would have watched that first season and be like, I can't wait for that to come back, and it's back.
Pretty sure I said it last week, but Masters of the Sky is really freaking good.
It's great.
Oh, yes.
It really is. Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet. I know that you mentioned it last week, but we're working on True Detective. I made it to season 3.
Yeah. I'm going to start True Detective tomorrow.
Season 2, skip it, please.
Horrible.
Horrible. Season 2. Season 3, I'm okay, maybe this.
Who's season 2? Is that Vince Vaughn and
Yes.
Colin Farrell?
It's terrible.
Horrible.
It's
Is it?
terrible.
Yeah.
It's try too hard. Vince Vaughn trying to be fucking Matthew McConaughey is terrible. I mean, it's terrible. At the end, both me and Blue like, what? All right, this is the end? Okay, so go from 1 and 3 is not so bad, but go ahead.
Another one, just so everyone knows, who might not know about Elizabeth Moss. She's pregnant, so they pushed Handmaid's Tale another year.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
The girl that stars in Ghost, the US version of the show that we love, she's pregnant too. They're not going to feature that on the show. You're just going to see her put the fucking tits up.
Yeah.
It's fine by me because she's only set.
Resident Alien started this week too.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
It had some chuckles in it.
Yeah.
A lot of other shows came back this week.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, that was last week. But Abbott Elementary is back.
It was funny.
What's that other one that came back? There are a couple. Life and Beth. If anybody's been watching that came back.
Beth.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Life and Death.
Beth. Life and Beth.
Not heard of that one.
Yeah. It was a good show.
I heard about that too.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I liked it. And also, you're still looking up Life and Beth?
I was looking up Life and Beth. I didn't get it. Didn't give me a result for that.
Life ampersand Beth.
Life and what?
Beth. BETH.
Yeah. I got the Beth part.
Ampersand is the and symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, the little
ampersand. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. You go use those fancy words.
I'm sorry. Right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's her. I hate her.
I haven't seen Amy Schumer in forever.
But she's really good in it, and I'm not a huge Amy Schumer fan, believe it or not. But
does she talk about her vagina a lot?
Sometimes.
That's her stand-up.
Yeah, that's her stand-up. Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, Life and Beth. Young Sheldon is back.
Oh,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It just ended this week.
Oh, it ended. Okay. So Help Me Todd is back. I know there are a couple of us here that do watch that one.
Oh, I thought you guys all say "So Help Me Todd."
Yeah, I did.
I'm saying you say that all the time to me.
Yeah.
So Help Me Todd.
You still never watched it yet?
I have not watched a single episode of it.
Well, no, even with my own name, I haven't used it.
Yeah, I'm shocked. What else do we got here? Is anybody else saying anything?
Australian Survivor is really good.
Yeah. And I'm not even on this season yet. I'm on the season before it because that was
really
busy
good.
Waiting for it. That was really good. It blows, the American Survivor away.
Out of the water. There's no comparison.
No comparison. And if anyone is a Survivor fan, they've got to watch the Australian Survivor. It's
a better show.
much better.
I finished Fargo last week. It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. I like John Hamm. He was good in it. The little girl, Juno Tempo. I always have an issue when a 92-pound chick can beat the shit out of 3 grown men. So
another one that's back is the NCIS are back. If anyone's a fan of that, and so is the Law and Orders and the Chicago series are all back.
Basically, what I've been saying is watch every single TV show.
But I do. I do watch every one of those series.
All right, Andrew. Now, do you get the Plex update from that says your friends are watching? Are you signed up for that?
It's in
I'm not
Discover.
sure.
Yeah, I get it. I get it from Alvin, and I get to see what he's watching. I'm like, damn, Alvin.
Yeah, I watch a lot of stuff.
I got a message from Dave the other day. He's like, I think one of your kids knows how to use Plex because they've watched Trolls movie 3 times in a row. I was like, yeah, that's my son.
Hey, I did watch Ted the other last week, and that is
funny.
It's funny.
If
It's
you
hilarious.
like Ted the movies and you like that humor, again, not everybody likes that humor because it's bathroom.
It's bathroom and bong humor.
Yeah, I mean you gotta like that stuff.
Oh
if
my
you like
gosh,
that
it's so
humor,
funny.
this is funny.
It's got laughs in every episode.
Every episode, yeah.
Every episode is funny.
Is it still Seth MacFarlane?
Yes,
Yes, it is. Yeah.
yeah. It's some of the things he says.
Oh my gosh.
In Blue, now I would be honest. All right, so in all full disclosure, I am a bathroom humor person. I'll laugh at all that kind of stuff. Blue is kind of maybe not. She actually was watching it with me and was laughing. She goes, "Oh, this is kind of funny." I was like, I watched it by myself because I was thinking she's going to judge me, when I'm laughing and she's not. So, we enjoyed it. Again, if you like that kind of stuff, you're going to find it to be funny, and it's worth watching.
We said last week Percy Jackson got over. It was really good, worth watching.
Yeah.
If you like Greek mythos at all, it's got all that in there. So
and good acting. I mean,
for kids.
The kids did really good, and it's not just for kids.
No.
I thought they did a really good job with it. Kids didn't irritate me like they normally do in most of these movies or TV shows. Trying to see movies. Take a glance. Beekeeper Iron Claw, which is on the list, so I won't talk about that. The Dune. I don't know. So just to toss it out there, guys. So what did you guys think about some of the trailers? We had Dune 2 trailer dropped, didn't it? This during the Super Bowl.
That actually made me want to watch. I haven't watched the first one, and when I watched the trailer for that, it made me want to watch the first one.
Did you watch the original? Right.
We never had it on here, I don't think.
Oh, we didn't? I thought we did.
I don't think so.
I thought we did also. I'll have to check.
I'm pretty sure we didn't. It doesn't ring a bell. You had that, and what was it? King Kong and Godzilla? Wasn't that another? Or no. Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Which
that looked really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. I'll watch it. Hope for the most.
Did they set through Napoleon yet?
Yes. Is
it bad? Because it looks bad.
Yes. All right. So so many things were bad in this. So many things. I could care less about anybody. The only scene that I liked in this was the scene when they do this scene where they battle these people on this frozen lake. The only scene that I liked in the whole movie, when they were fighting these guys and they were shooting the lake and they were falling and freezing and dying. only the rest of it.
Extremely disappointed in it. I mean, I love. This is right up my alley. Historical dramas.
Yep.
I watched it the first time and I was like, "What a load of crap." So I went back, watched it a second time to see if I would leave a better taste on my mouth. No, it was just as shitty the second time I watched it as it was the first time I watched it.
It looks god awful. It really looks bad.
Well, Joaquin, I like Joaquin a lot of times. He really is in the part.
He's good, and Christopher Nolan. But it's just so fuck. I don't know what it is. It just, ugh.
We talk about character development in the last movie we just did, where you care about the characters. You care about each one of them. I gave fuck all about any of them in this movie. I'm hoping that every one of them died, because it was like you. There's no redeeming. Just like when he's with Jacqueline. And when he would be like, la, 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 la. And me, first, I do that with Blue just to, she'd be like, oh, that's not going to work. Because he did, you remember, Dave, when he wanted sex, and he would just go, nom, 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 nom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that like the international sign that you're ready to get it on? I mean, it didn't even like, it kind of like makes you inside. But
yeah, it just.
Was it kind of like a time to pay the rent Munson type of thing?
I don't know. It just, like I said, when I saw this was coming out and I saw Joaquin Phoenix,
Ridley Scott,
I think he's a great actor, and I was like, man, this will be so good. I can hardly wait till it comes out. Watch it, and I was like, oh, motherfucker.
It is shit, complete shit. And again, they did a very bad job with understanding the timeline and where it is historically. Some movies that are historical movies show you where in timeline that falls, and you understand how that falls in history. It's so rough, and so I felt disjointed when I was watching. Like, where does this fall in the history of things, and where is their empire growing when things are happening? I had no idea. And Ridley Scott being a director, you would have thought, oh, fuck, this could be good. So, all right. So we're at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
So, Alvin, real quick, things are going on this weekend, so we can get you guys to West End.
I didn't even check because I knew we were going to have a long show.
UFC is tomorrow. Pay-per-view.
Tonight is
Redneck Brawl 5.
And what was that?
Redneck Brawl 5.
Redneck Brawl 5. Yeah,
it's on tonight. Yeah.
No, tomorrow. Tonight is West Virginian.
Oh, West Virginia's tonight. Redneck is tomorrow night.
Are you going to join us, Todd?
I'm going to see. I'm going to go see what happens with me and me.
We got. I mean, tomorrow night's a big night. We got West Virginia Tough Man at 7, Redneck Brawl 5 at 7:30. You got UFC, so
BKFC
and Daytona 500.
Oh, okay.
Which is going to be rained out, so it won't be run till Monday.
Dave, paying attention to it. Thank you very much.
No, but that's good. You're off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Family Day. Fucking A.
Yeah.
And it'll be on. That means it'll be on earlier too.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. If you like racing and you like
we're on it.
On cars,
Rubbing is racing.
It's rubbing.
There's ONE FC at 8. There's Bare Knuckles at 8, and there's Tough Man tonight. So yeah, there's 3 things going on tonight.
So all right, folks. Hey, I want to thank everyone on the panel that's been on here. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to C-Man. Thank you to Turks who came on here.
Yes.
And fucking A, we had a good night. Let's roll. Let's see what happens. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you watch Living for next week. So we'll see y'all. Thank you. Streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. Out of here.